I think a lot of people in large organizations, it can be difficult for them and challenging. You have issues of bureaucracy, and you have deadlines, and you have a lot of pressures, and we hear the word bandwidth. I know a lot of people don't have that time to take time to themselves to do what's right. And a lot of people I meet in my travels in larger organizations will confide afterwards, that they don't have the meaning in their job. They're looking for that. And I think large organizations want to see that their people have meaning and feel like they have a voice and that they're having a balanced life personally and professionally. And it's not really acted upon in a lot of large places because people are working 65 hours a week. They're trying to meet these deadlines. And I think some of the things I talk about that matter to people in my talks are from the book, the philosophical importance of having the mind, body, spirit harmony. And ensuring that you're taking time for your exercise, but taking time to reflect. And I think those are just personal things that are really important that get lost. And I think people perform better when they've gone for a walk or had some time to be in love and spend time with the people that they care about. It doesn't get spoken about. And so what I find is I touch on that in my talks because it is about balance. And I've had business people come up and cry, men and women, thanking me because they kind of woke up and realized that it was more than just their deliverables. So I think that the core of it is one of the big messages when I go in as a business person, as a small social entrepreneur, is taking that stoic wisdom from the philosophers, and it can't fail you. It can't fail you ever by following your ethics, regardless of what's coming at you. I know a lot of people have challenges in their business world, but we looked at Dieselgate with Volkswagen. We looked at what's just happened recently in big organizations. And how does that happen inside a massive cult-like organization? It happens because people don't have the courage to speak up and say, that's actually not right. We shouldn't do that. And I think with this philosophical direction that's 2,400 years old wisdom, reminding people in a business world that doesn't necessarily talk about it, that to follow your ethics, you'll be fine. You will be successful no matter what. And it may seem short term that there's a failure or a setback, but you will always rise up. I wrote a book on this. It still freaks me out that this 2,400-year-old wisdom cannot fail you. And I live it in my own company as we're growing, patience with just doing what's right, even though it's not as fast as everybody else and their measure. And we're watching all those measures go by, return on investment, and I'm still sticking to this return on love. And all of a sudden now we're taking off, and I'm seeing it happen within my own organization. So I can speak from my own personal experience that, within a year, this company is going to be very different. And it's because I've followed all of those principles of the virtues of wonder instead of judgment. All the resources you need appear when you're in a state of wonder. But if you're judging yourself or anyone around you, you're going to miss what's right in front of you. Balance, truth. Truth is one of the most difficult things. And some of those large organizations, if they'd sat down and discussed the truth, then they wouldn't have found themselves in this situation. Courage. Courage is one of the most important virtues in doing something different. People want to be trailblazers inside organizations, or they want to be disruptors, the big word we hear. But you don't get to be that unless you take some hits and people don't believe in what you're talking about and you're defending ideas that people don't get. And you have to say it 5 times and deal with rejection and continue to be passionate about it and continue to communicate it because it's simply the right thing to do.